This is Mr. Sharps. Welcome to the channel. I hope that you will enjoy this new video. If you are here for the very first time, you can subscribe, and while you are on it, you can hit the thumbs up, and I would really appreciate it. But if you can mind, you can even share to your friends and family so that they can be edified. Yes, let's jump into it. Welcome to our third episode on how to buy your first property. Before we can just jump into it, a little bit of disclaimer. These videos are not a financial advice, but are meant for education, information, and entertainment. Thank you. Yes, let's jump into it. Yes, are you ready? I'm sure that you are ready to sign now. You are ready to make your offer. You are ready to get to another level of your property, to achieve your property. So the next thing now, we said we need to be signing your signing on the dotted line. So now, as much as you're gonna be signing on the dotted line, you must understand what are you signing and why are you signing it. There is a document that is been when you are purchasing the property that you need to be signing to, and that document has been understood by the legal side, which is the attorneys. They will understand the financial institution. They will also understand that document. That document is considered as a contract between you and the seller, which is buyer and the seller. It must have those agreements on what are you agree upon, what is the purchase price that you agree with, and what are the changes that you're gonna be doing. And it pertains all your agreements between both you and the buyer. So this document is known as offer to purchase. Some they say is a deed of sale. It depends on what are you wanting to use, or what are you wanting to name it. But for now, we'll say that is an offer to purchase. So this offer to purchase is a simple document that is containing all drafted information. And you don't need to draft that information yourself. You can also ask your professional agent to give that document to you so that you can sign on it as a binding legal document. Or you can ask any attorney, which is the attorney that you're going to be using, that will be doing the transfer. Also, you can ask that they can supply you with that document so that you can able to sign on it. So before you sign the document, please make sure that your professional, which is your agent, explains each and every terms and conditions on it so that you can be clear and understanding what these terms meaning and what are going to be done, so that you don't want to find yourself being surprised at the end of the day with something that you are not aware of. But now, at least if you get much more explanation, and then you can be clear about it. So before you sign it, let me just share some few. I will not go into details much more on the offer to purchase, what is containing of. We'll do it in some other time. So I will just highlight some of the things. How can I say it? Some of the things that are most important, that most of the people, according to my experience, that they're being surprised of, with not knowing, and then at a later stage, and then they find themselves, oh, I didn't know that this thing is gonna happen, and they didn't get clear explanation from the onset. So I will just say that this is also gonna help out also if you are a seller selling your property, which is the responsibilities. If you are a seller, your responsibilities, you must make sure that you will be paying the rates and tax, which is everything that the property is owning, pertaining the municipality bills, those rates and taxes, you are a seller going to be responsible in paying. The next responsibility that you have to be aware of, and mostly this one is mostly is been missed, and most of the sellers, they find themselves being caught up at the end of the deal. And then this clause is pertaining that you have to, as a seller, you have to issue the compliance certificate, which is to say that is to protect your buyer, that the property that you are selling is in a good condition in terms of is compliant according to the standard and the regulation that is required, especially for the electrical side, the plumbing side, the gas, and also the beetles. So this certificate is a certificate that you need to be issuing as a seller, that the attorneys, they will expect you to provide those certificates. So they are service providers that can able to provide you with those kind of a certificate. So it's this thing that you need to be aware of, and then that at the end of the day, those certificates will be required. Another responsibility as a seller that you must be aware of and clear of it is the agent commission, because the professional, that is the agent, as much as is going to be assisting you throughout the process, and then you must make sure that you're becoming clear on how much you're going to pay for those services. So the agent needs to be clear, or you need to make the arrangement and clear on the paper that this we agree on this part of this money that will come out from the proceeds of my transaction. So most of the agents, they are being paid in a form of commission because of the different pricing of the or the purchase price of each and every property. So you just need to be clear with the agent that how much is charging for his services. So those are the responsibility that the seller needs to be aware of, and then your agent needs to clear up and make you to understand those kind of conditions. And then when coming to the buyer, the things that most of the buyer, they become shocked at the end of the day if they done not aware, especially when you are a first-time buyer, is the responsibility that as a buyer or a purchaser, you are responsible in paying the cost fees. Cost fees are the attorney's cost, which is there will be attorneys that will be attending your transfer. There's two attorneys, especially if you're going to be involving the finances side, which is the banks, and therefore that is the bond attorneys. The bond attorneys are the attorneys that are responsible to make the contract between you as a buyer and the bank. So those attorneys will be attending that contract. So you will be expected that you will be paying those attorneys. And then the second attorneys that you need to be aware of, and you need to be aware that you're going to pay them also, is the transfer attorneys. Transfer attorneys are the attorneys that are going to be transferring that property that you are buying from the seller's name to your name. So those kind of responsibility, you have to be know in time that how much are you going to be paying those fees, so that you can able to budget and know that when comes that time when they are asking you to pay their invoices, then you are ready of doing so. So those are the responsibilities that you need to be aware of, and then that the agent will able to explain and help you in the process of doing that. So coming back to the offer to purchase, which is a deed sale, is a deed of sale. Now, as much as the agent is going to give you the deed of sale, you have to be the one as a buyer or a purchaser. You have to be the one that is placing the offer, which is giving the offer to the seller. As much as there is a purchase price that is out there that the seller needs, sometimes maybe you can able to bend that you can bend the seller, and then you offer a certain amount that the seller will able to accept it. but it's going to depend also on the seller that is accepting or not accepting. So it will be like a debate, like negotiation. Yes, I might put it that way, like a negotiation until you get it to the right point. But if you feel that you want to give your full offer to the property, you might as well do so. So as much as you're gonna get your offer to purchase, place your offer, you fill up the offer to purchase, and then you sign it, and therefore and then the agent will take it to the seller for acceptance. And if the seller accepted your offer, then you must know now you are having a fully fledged contract, which is that contract now is fully binding. In that contract now is existing. That contract can be used in any institution. So before, if the seller hasn't signed yet, that means it's still not a fully contract yet. So as soon as they accept your offer, then you must know that now you are one step to go. So the next step, if the seller now accepted your quotation, accepted your offer, then what is going to be happening now, you're going to be going to another step. Another step that you are going to, you're going to be meeting another second professional now. The second professional that you're going to be meeting is called the bond originator. Bond originator is a person that is assisting people or assisting the buyers for getting their mortgage to be approved. So those are the people that you normally being used. They're normally being used for any a bank acquiring of the mortgage. So you can do yourself. You can go to the bank and able to apply for, especially when you go to that offer to purchase fully fledged, go to your bank and submit the offer to purchase. But I will recommend that you can use the bond originators, that they can able to speed up your process in getting your matter to be approved. So because there are a few advantages of why you have to use them. One of the advantages is that they don't just go to one bank, they go to all the banks and able to get your best offer, which is any bank. If different banks come up with a different offers, and then they can able to get the best of it. That is the thing, because when you're doing it yourself, that means now you're gonna be going only to one bank, but for them they can go to all the banks and able to get the best offer for you. Another advantage of it, you don't have to pay them. You don't have to pay them nada. So they are being paid by the bank, because every now and then, if they get approvals for that particular bank or that particular mortgage, or that in that bank, then they can get paid. They get paid on that instant. So on your side as a purchaser, you don't have to pay them. That means now you just give them your information, and then they will run with it and make sure that you are getting your approvals. So when you are meeting the bond originator, of course you will be introduced by the agent to those bond originators, so that they can assist you with acquiring your finances. So the things that you have to be aware of what is going to be needed before they start attending to your file, or before they open your file, what they will require from you. They will require your IDs as a purchaser, and then what they will require again is offer to purchase. That contract that you have signed, they will require it, and your ID, and then your pay slip, and the latest pay slip, the bank statement that they will require. So those are basic documents, so that they can able to start opening your file. So if you keep those documents ready for you, first of all, remember we said it's offer to purchase, your ID copy, your 3 months bank statement, your latest payslip. So if you have those documents in place, then they can able to open the file for you. Of course, they will need other things, other documents they might be needing, but those basic documents, they must be ready in place as you are going to them. So those are the things that are going to be needed, and the bond originator will work in nail and top back and forth and making sure that you get your bond. And then on what is happening after the bond originator has worked tirelessly to make sure that you get the bond, and then I will, on our next episode, I will able to tell you what other banks are going to be doing into doing so. So if you've liked this video, you can hit the thumbs up or share to your friends and family so that they can able to enjoy it. But for now, let's meet again on our 4th episode on how to buy your first property. Ciao.